Well, hi YouTubers. Okay, now I've just come back from a previous showing of Love, Simon, and the director encouraged us to go on social media and talk about this film, but I thought I'd do a review because the film comes out in the UK on the 6th of April, and this film is worth more than a tweet. I swear to God, this film is just fantastic. Now, just the plot. Simon Spears is your typical American, has a good life, has great friends, but had an absolutely wonderful family. However, he's hiding a secret. He is gay. And he's struggling to come out with his identity because actually, this film is good because it really kind of explores the reasons why, even though in the 21st century, the struggles you face with the transition between the closet and coming out. This film is so good. This film is also very much a love letter to the movies of John Hughes, and also, and I'll be truly honest, okay, the director, Greg Berlanti, cut his teeth in Dawson's Creek and Arrow, and it kind of shows, this film is very, very reminiscent of the teen dramas of the 90s, and one thing I love within the dialogue as well, is it mentions during the exposition at the beginning with Simon talking about how his friends love iced teas or iced coffees, and the movies of the 90s, of teen dramas and movies of the 90s, and this film is very much every single trope you see in a 90s teen drama. You've got the jocks, you've got the cheerleaders, you've got the nerds, you've got the geeks, you've got musicals going on. This film is every single trope and archetype kind of pushed into each other, but it's very much a love letter to John Hughes. And this film is also so important because, sorry, my laptop is down there, and I'm going to keep having to glance down just to get everyone's name right, but this first film ever released by Major Studio to focus on a gay teenage romance, and it's by 20th Century Fox, and I salute you. Okay. Also, one thing I also learned today is, you know, when you watch Arrow, for those who do, and if you don't watch Arrow or anything of the DC universe, start watching it. They're great. Is at the end it says, Greg, move your head. The actual Greg they're talking about is the director of this, Greg Berlanti. I did not know that. Something else I learned today. So here's the gist of the plot, and there is absolutely no spoilers. I won't spoil anything because it's unfair, okay? I was surprised, and want everyone else who watches this film to be surprised. On the school social media, where basically everyone kind of slags off the school, a little note comes up by Blue. Now, Blue, it basically pretty much has reached into Simon's head and wrote about what life is like, how he feels about hiding the fact of his true sexuality. So, inspired by this, Simon writes back under the alias of Jacques, okay, or Jacques, yeah, because it's French, and they communicate, and it is quite nice, the juxtaposition between Simon's life and his relationship online with Blue, the whole kind of transition period, okay, you can actually see Simon become more confident within himself as well. But of course, his emails are discovered by Martin, who, if I was to give an example who reminded me of, for those who've seen Teen Wolf, the original Teen Wolf, starring Michael J. Fox, Styles, due to the costume basically, to what he was wearing. However, whilst in the film Styles was kind of alright, this original Teen Wolf movie that is, not a TV show, this Styles, or this Martin, he's a dick. Okay, I'm not going to go into it. He's an absolute dick for what he does. He finds these emails, screenshots them, and basically says, if you didn't help me hook up with Abby, a friend of his who wants to hook up with Nick, another friend of Simon's, he will out him. Now, to steal someone's outing, to out someone, is absolutely disgraceful and wrong, but he's prepared to do this. So he's emotionally blackmailing Simon, who's not ready to come out yet, to help him get with this girl. Okay? So, yes, it's like that. So, now Simon has to lie to his friends to kind of like try to push these people together who shouldn't be together, and kind of lie to everyone that he knows, just kind of keep his secret. Poor guy's in between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, I know. So, this film really rests on Nick Robinson, who plays Simon. Now, Nick Robinson actually, previous work, he plays Zach in Jurassic World, okay? This whole film rests on his shoulders. He has to convince as Simon, and he does it perfectly. He has this ability to convey with just his face how he's truly feeling. he really, really does a stellar job within this film. I was really, really impressed by how he could carry this film. Okay, played also is his mum and dad. Okay, who are Josh Duhamel as Jack, who is now in the Transformers franchise, and Jennifer Garner. Now, I must admit, this film is so well casted. Also, his younger sister as well. These are kind of they actually look that they could like be his parents. Most times in films, when you're watching a film, you sit there thinking, are these guys actually related? No. Josh and Jennifer actually physically look like they could be this character's parents. So, hey, respect to the casting. Also, respect to Jennifer Garner as well, for playing Emily the mum. She really, really portrayed her part beautifully. Okay, being a mum to a teenager is not easy, especially when it's keeping a secret. So, I really, really enjoyed this casting. So that's the thing. It's a film which has zero criticisms because I can't criticise it because it's such an important film. This truly, truly is. And any film that has Portugal the Man and Fit It Still in its soundtrack automatically goes up 10 points in my estimation anyway. But this film, if you strip back the kind of touches and hommages of John Hughes and the song and dance numbers, there is one, I'm going to spoil that, but that kind of idea, okay, when you'll be able to kind of move on and go into next Real Life will get better, where it doesn't, but that's the thing. This is such an important film, and I really, really hope everyone gets a chance to see it. Also, the casting is stellar, okay? The casting of the friends. Now, I'll be truly, truly honest. They were supposed to be 17. You're kind of pushing it at that. I mean, yeah, but maybe that's another little touch of John Hughes. I don't know, because you watch any John Hughes film and they don't look at teenagers like either. So, anyway. So, you have Alexander Shipp as Abby. Really, really, really nice role. She plays his best friend. She might have been a lot of, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but when I ever saw Dawson's Creek, it's very much like Dawson and Joey in Dawson's Creek. That's exactly what it reminded me of. She reminded me so much of Joey in Dawson's Creek. That's the only way I can really describe her character. She is exactly like Joey from Dawson's Creek. So, Catherine Langford as Lee, and is it George Ledberbrook Jr. as Nick? Great casting as well. So really, really spectacular. And also this this answered the question for me, because I watch The Flash. Kenyon Lonsdale is in this too. It was really, really, because I watched The Flash, okay? So I was like, where the hell's Wally going? You answered my question. Thank you. I was doing this film. Thank you for that. So this film is so well directed, well casted. The music is spot on. The emotions as well is the way the soundtrack captures the emotions is really, really good. And this is such an important film too. This film kind of really, even between, you know, the kind of like touches on the 90s movies and the kind of like hyper-sensualized dialogue that they use sometimes, okay, which is once again reminiscent of Dawson's Creek. This is such an important film, okay. It is the first by a major film company, and hopefully this won't be the last. And one thing you always find, okay, with let's say gay-centric films, is their budget normally shows, or rather lack of budget normally shows. They've gone all out. They've given this film the respect that it needed, and the direction is, I have not a problem with the direction of this film. It's beautiful. That's the thing. It's hard doing this review without spoiling anything, because I don't want to spoil anything. I just want everyone to go and see this film and enjoy it the way I did. So, to Greg Berlanti, this is clearly a personal story for you as well, okay? And thank you so much for directing this film the way you did. You really, really created a fantastic film. To all the cast, everyone in this film was spot on. And please, once again, the film comes out in the UK on the 4th of April. Please go and see it. That's what I'm going to say. Because it's a film about love. Not just love between families and friends. And it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, this is basically it. So, sign off here. Bye now.